my fierce and fabulous people, Mandy here today to bring you my Nars blush collection. I have about 20 blushes that I'm going to share with you today, and I'm going to do live swatches on my cheeks. I'm also going to swatch all of them on my skin for you and take some pictures outdoors so that you can see what they look like in the different lighting. I will be swatching these in alphabetical order. Also down in the description I'll be listing all of these blushes and the time in the video where you can find the particular swatch for that blush. In case, say you're just looking for Taj Mahal, you'll be able to click on that time and go directly to that swatch in the video. So let's get started. First up is Amour, which is described as a peach pink, and depending on your skin tone it will pull one way or the other. For me, it gives a nice radiant warmth. Be careful though, a little goes a long way with Amour. Next is Angelika, which Nars describes as a cotton candy pink with gold and silver sparkle. It does look very shimmery in the pan, but the sparkle is quite subtle when you put it on. And there's a similar shade called Matahari that does not have the shimmer in it at all. I'll be swatching that one a little bit later on. Here we have Deep Throat, which is described as a flirty sheer peach. Yeah, anything called Deep Throat is definitely flirty. Deep Throat gives that light dusting of glowy warmth to the skin, and because it's so pigmented, it's easily built up to a deep flush. Dolce Vita is next, and it is described as a dusty rose. This one is a matte and highly pigmented, so go light with the application. It stays consistently rose colored on the cheeks and leaves a classic, sophisticated color. Here's Douceur, which is a soft pink brown. The color payoff is more subtle with this shade as it's not very pigmented, and that's good if you tend to be heavy-handed with blushes. It gives just a nice wash of color. It's bad though if you like layering colors, as this one's not very buildable. For me, I adore it because it's a can't overdo application. Exhibit A is next, and it would be the opposite of Douceur in the way that you can totally go overboard with this. It's definitely something I recommend using a fan brush with and a light hand. It's a matte red blush and it does not mess around. Gaiety is a bright candy pink. It's a cool toned pink and it looks a little scary in the pan, but trust me, it's not scary at all. Its satin finish and pink tone gives a nice, I just worked out glowing kind of look. Gina is next, and it is one of my favorite blushes. It's described oddly as a true tangerine. I don't find it to be tangerine at all on my skin, but it's definitely more on the orange side. I get the most compliments, I think, when I wear this blush. Liberte is described as a burnished apricot. I think this is a great color for late summer and fall, as it gives a warm glow to the skin reminiscent of sunsets and falling leaves. While it can be lightly applied for folks with fair skin, this color shines best on deeper skin tones. Lovejoy is a shimmering bronzed rose, and as you can see, it definitely has sparkle. This color is great on darker skin tones, but don't let that scare you away if you're a pale white chick like me. It works great as a bronzer and gives a nice summer-kissed look to the skin. Luster is one of my go-to neutral blushes. It's a sheer golden apricot, and while it has a great color payoff, it's not so saturated with color that it makes you look too made up. This and Madly are the blushes I use when I want to have a more dramatic eye or lip, and that helps keep the look subtle and, you know, not so crazy. Speaking of Madly, here we have it. It's a warm, soft focus seashell pink. Not sure what they mean by that, but to me it goes on flawlessly and gives it a great natural glow and color to the face. Here's Matahari that I talked about earlier. It's similar to Angelika but without the sparkle. It's described as a pink with a race of crimson. And this blush leaves a warm pink vibrance on the cheeks. It looks bright in the pan, but it is subtle and buildable on the skin. Orgasm is the cult classic that made Nars blushes famous, and it was, as you can see by its beat up appearance, my first Nars blush. Described as the peachy pink with gold shimmer, Orgasm looks great on pale and mid-tone skin. Lovejoy is sometimes called the Orgasm for darker skinned folks. Outlaw's next, and is described as a soft rose tone with a golden shimmer. Ooh, look how it shimmers. This gold color can seem scary to my fellow pale facers because the color appears ruddy and dark in the pan, but trust me on this, it goes on lightly and it is buildable, and it builds to a beautiful glowy rose finish. Sex Appeal is a soft peach and the least pigmented and most subtle of all my Nars blushes. It takes a lot to get this color to show on my skin, but when it finally peeks through, it leaves a nice wash of color. It's perfect for those who want to wear makeup without looking like they're wearing makeup. However, I don't see this blush showing up on darker skin folks. Oh, Sin, you are my favorite. Sin is a berry toned blush with gold shimmer, and I love it so much that I actually go into like a mini panic attack when I can't immediately find it. Its unique berry color makes it great for pairing with cooler toned eye and lip looks. I love wearing it with purple eyes or colors that are like taupey. It just looks great. Here's Super Orgasm. If your orgasm isn't quite strong enough for you, this blush adds that extra pizzazz. With the same peachy pink base as the original Orgasm, Super Orgasm adds gold glitter so plentiful it would make any kindergarten art teacher proud. Taj Mahal is another scary in the pan, better watch out blush described as blazing burnt orange with golden shimmer. I do not disagree. This blush is best applied with a fan brush and lightly. Build up to the right depth and you have a nice sunny warmth to your skin. Last but not least is Torrid. Torrid reminds me a lot of Orgasm, but it's more coral, and honestly I prefer it to Orgasm. Described as a warm coral with golden shimmer, Torrid is the blush I reach for when I want a pretty day on the beach, daiquiri sipping kind of look. Alright, that just about does it for my Nars blush collection video. If you want to purchase any of these blushes, I tend to get them either online at narscosmetics.com or at Sephora. I'm sure there are other places you can get them, but those are the two places that I frequent the most. If you liked this video and found it helpful, please be sure to let me know by clicking the like button. Also, if you'd like to see more collection videos from me in the future, please leave a comment down below. Also, if you haven't already, I would appreciate it if you click that subscribe button. And as always, Don't forget to stay fierce and fabulous. Bye.